Tablet 1. The History of Thoth the Atlantean. I, Thoth the Atlantean, Master of Mysteries, Keeper of Records, Mighty King, Magician, living from generation to generation, being about to pass into the halls of Amente, set down for the guidance of those that are to come after. These records of the mighty wisdom of great Atlantis. In the great city of Kaor, on the island of Undul, in a time far past I began this incarnation. Not as the little men of the present age did the mighty ones of Atlantis live and die, but rather from aeon to aeon did they renew their life in the halls of Amente, where the river of life flows eternally onward. 100 times 10 have I descended the dark way that led me into the light, and as many times I have ascended from the darkness into the light, my strength and power renewed. Now for a time I descended, and the men of Ken shall know me no more. But in a time yet unborn will I rise again, mighty and potent, requiring an accounting of those left behind me. Then beware, O men of Kem, if ye have falsely betrayed my teaching, for I shall cast ye down from your high estate into the darkness of the caves from whence ye came. Betray not my secrets to the men of the north or the men of the south, lest my curse fall upon ye. Remember and heed my words, for surely I will return again and require of thee that which ye guard. Aye, even from beyond time and from beyond death will I return, rewarding or punishing as ye have requited your trust. Great were my people in the ancient days, great beyond the conception of the little people now around me, knowing the wisdom of old, seeking far from within the heart of infinity, knowledge that belonged to earth's youth. Wise were we with the wisdom of the children of light who dwelt among us. Strong were we with the power drawn from the eternal fire, and all of these. Greatest among the children of men was my father Thothme, keeper of the great temple, link between the children of light who dwell within the temple and the races of men who inhabited the 10 islands. Mouthpiece after the 3 of the dweller of Unal, speaking to the kings with the voice that must be obeyed. Grew I from there, from a child into manhood, being taught by my father the elder mysteries, until in time there grew within the fire of wisdom, until it burst into a consuming flame. Not desired I, but the attainment of wisdom, until on a great day the command came from the dweller of the temple that I be brought before him. Few there were among the children of men who had looked upon the mighty face and lived. For not as the sons of men are the children of light when they are not incarnate in a physical body. Chosen was I from the son of men, taught by the dweller so that his purposes might be fulfilled, purposes yet unborn in the womb of time. Long ages I dwelt in the temple, learning ever and yet ever more wisdom, until I too approached the light emitted from the great fire. Taught me he the path to Amente, the underworld where the great king sits upon his throne of might. Deep I bowed in homage before the lords of life and the lords of death, receiving as my gift the key of life. Free was I from the halls of Amente, bound not by death to the circle of life. Far to the stars I journeyed until space and time became as naught. Then having drunk deep of the cup of wisdom, I looked into the hearts of men, and there I found greater mysteries and was glad. For only in the search for truth could my soul be stilled, and the flame within be quenched. Down through the ages I lived, seeing those around me taste the cup of death and return again in the light of life. Gradually, from the kingdoms of Atlantis passed waves of consciousness that had been one with me, only to be replaced by spawn of a lower star. In obedience to the law, the word of the masters grew into flower. Downward into darkness turned the thoughts of the Atlanteans, until at last in this wrath arose from his Agwanti, the dweller, speaking the word, calling the power. Deep in earth's heart, the sons of Amente heard, and hearing, directing the change of the flower of fires that burns eternally, changing and shifting, using the logos, until that great fire changed its direction. Over the world then broke the great waters, drowning and sinking, changing earth's balance, until only the Temple of Light was left, standing on the great mountain of Undul, still rising above the water. Some there were those who were living, saved from the rush of the fountain. Called to me then the Master, saying, Gather ye together my people. Take them by the arts ye have learned of far across the waters, until ye reach the land of the hairy barbarians, dwelling in the caves of the desert. Follow there the plan that ye know of. Gathered I then my people, and entered the great ship of the Master. Upward we rose into the morning. Dark beneath us lay the temple. Suddenly over it rose the waters, vanished from earth, until the time appointed was the great temple. Fast we fled toward the sun of the morning, until beneath us lay the land of the children of Chem. Raging, they came with cudgels and spears, lifted in anger, seeking to slay and utterly destroy the sons of Atlantis. Then I raised my staff and directed a ray of vibration, striking them still in their tracks as fragments of stone of the mountain. Then spoke I to them in words calm and peaceful, telling them of the might of Atlantis, saying we were the children of the sun and its messengers. Cowed I them by my display of magic science, until at my feet they groveled, when I released them. Long dwelt we in the land of Chem, long and yet long again, until obeying the commands of the Master, who, while sleeping, yet lives eternally, I sent from me the sons of Atlantis, set them in many directions, that from the womb of time wisdom might rise again in her children. Long time dwelt I in the land of Chem, doing great works by the wisdom within me. Upward grew into the light of knowledge the children of Chem, watered by the rains of my wisdom. Blasted I then a path to Amente, so that I might retain my powers, living from age to age a son of Atlantis, keeping the wisdom, preserving the records. Great grew the sons of Chem, conquering the people around them, growing slowly upwards in soul force. Now for a time I go from among them into the dark halls of Amente, deep in the halls of the earth, before the lords of power, face to face once again with the dweller. Raised I high over the entrance, a doorway, a gateway leading down to Amente. Few there would be with courage to dare it, few past the portal to dark Amente. Raised over the passage, I, a mighty pyramid, using the power that overcomes earth force. Deep and yet deeper place I, a force house or chamber. From it carved I a circular passage reaching almost to the great summit. There in the apex set I the crystal, sending the ray into the time-space, drawing the force from out of the ether, concentrating upon the gateway to Amente. Other chambers I built and left vacant to all seeming, yet hidden within them are the keys to Amente. He who in courage would dare the dark realms, let him be purified first by long fasting. Lie in the sarcophagus of stone in my chamber, then reveal I to him the great mysteries. Soon shall he follow to where I shall meet him, even in the darkness of earth shall I meet him, I, Thoth, Lord of Wisdom, meet him and hold him and dwell with him always. Built I the great pyramid, patterned after the pyramid of earth force, burning eternally so that it too might remain through the ages. In it I built my knowledge of magic science, so that I might be here when again I return from Amente. I, while I sleep in the halls of Amente, my soul roaming free will incarnate, dwell among men in this form or another. Emissary on earth am I of the dweller, fulfilling his commands so that many might be lifted. Now return I to the halls of Amente, leaving behind me some of my wisdom. Preserve ye, and keep ye the command of the dweller. Lift ever upwards your eyes towards the light. Surely in time ye are one with the Master. Surely by right ye are one with the Master. Surely by right, yet are one with the All. Now I depart from ye. Know my commandments, keep them and be them, and I will be with you, helping and guiding you into the light. Now before me opens the portal. Go I down into the darkness of night. Tablet 2, the halls of Amente. Deep in earth's heart lie the halls of Amente, far neath the islands of sunken Atlantis, halls of the dead and halls of the living, bathed in the fire of the infinite all. Far in a past time, lost in the space-time, the children of light looked down on the world, seeing the children of men in their bondage, bound by the force that came from beyond. Knew they that only by freedom from bondage could man ever rise from the earth to the sun. Down they descended and created bodies, taking the semblance of men as their own. The masters of everything said after their forming, "We are all who were formed from the space dust, partaking of life from the infinite all, living in the world as children of men, like and yet unlike the children of men. Then for a dwelling place, far neath the earth's crust, blasted great spaces by their power, spaces apart from the children of men, surrounded them by forces and power, shielded from harm, they the halls of the dead. Side by side then placed they other spaces, filled them with life and with the light from above. Builded they then the halls of Amente, that they might dwell eternally there, living with life to eternity's end. 32 were there of the children, sons of light who had come among men, seeking to free from the bondage of darkness those who were bound by the force from beyond. Deep in the halls of life grew a flower, flaming, expanding, driving backward the night. Placed in the center a ray of great potence, life-giving, light-giving, filling with power all who came near it. Placed they around its thrones 32, places for each of the children of light, placed so that they were bathed in the radiance, filled with the life from the eternal light. There, time after time, placed they their first created bodies so that they might be filled with the spirit of life. 100 years out from each 1,000 must the life-giving light flame forth on their bodies, quickening, awaking the spirit of life. There in the circle from aeon to aeon sit the great masters, living a life not known among men. There in the halls of life they lie sleeping. Free flows their soul through the bodies of men. Time after time, while their bodies lie sleeping, incarnate they in the bodies of men, teaching and guiding onward and upward, out of the darkness into the light. There in the hall of life, filled with their wisdom, known not to the races of man, living forever neath the cold fire of life, sit the children of light. Times there are when they awaken, come from the depths to be the light among men, infinite they among finite men. He who by progress has grown from the darkness, lifted himself from the night into light. Free is he made of the halls of Amente, free of the flower of light and of life. Guided he then by wisdom and knowledge, passes from men to the master of life. There he may dwell as one of the masters, free from the bonds of the darkness of night. Seated within the flower of radiance sit 7 lords from the space-times above us, helping and guiding through infinite wisdom, the pathway through the time of the children of men. Mighty and strange they, veiled with their power, silent, all-knowing, drawing the life force, different yet one with the children of men, aye, different and yet one with the children of light. Custodians and watchers of the force of man's bondage, ready to lose when the light has been reached. First and most mighty sits the veiled presence, Lord of lords, the infinite 9, over the other from each the lords of the cycles. 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, each with his mission, each with his powers, guiding, directing the destiny of man. There sit they, mighty and potent, free of all time and space. Not of this world they, yet akin to it, elder brothers they, of the children of men. Judging and weighing, they with their wisdom, watching the progress of light among men. There before them, I was led by the dweller, watched him blend with one from above. Then from he came forth a voice saying, Great art thou, Thoth, among children of men. Free henceforth of the halls of Amente, master of life among children of men. Taste not of death except as thou will it. Drink thou of life to eternity's end. Henceforth forever is life, thine for the taking. Henceforth is death at the call of thy hand. Dwell here or leave here when thou desirest. Free is Amente to the Son of Men. Take thou up life in what form thou desires. children of the light that has grown among men. Choose thou thy work, for all must labor. Never be free from the pathway of the light. One step thou hast gained on the long pathway upward. Infinite now is the mountain of light. Each step thou taketh but heightens the mountain. All of thy progress but lengthens the goal. Approach ye ever the infinite wisdom, ever before thee recedes the goal. Free are ye made now in the halls of Amente to walk hand in hand with the Lord of the world. One in one purpose, working together, bringing light to the children of men. Then from his throne came one of the masters, taking my hand and leading me onward, through all the halls of the deep hidden land. Led he me through the halls of Amente, showing the mysteries that are not known to man. Through the dark passage, downward he led me into the hall where sit the great dark death. Vast as space lay the great hall before me, walled by darkness, but yet filled with light. Before me arose a great throne of darkness. Veiled on it sat a figure of night. Darker than darkness sat the great figure, dark with the darkness not of the night. Before it then paused the master, speaking the word that brings about life, saying, O master of darkness, guide of the way from life unto life. Before thee I bring a son of the morning. Touch him not ever with the power of night. Call not his flame to the darkness of night. Know him and see him, one of our brothers, lifted from the darkness into the light. Release thou his flame from its bondage. Free let it flame through the darkness of night. Raised then the hand of the figure. Forth came a flame that grew clear and bright. Rolled back swiftly the curtain of darkness, unveiled the hall from the darkness of night. Then grew in the great space before me, flame after flame from the veil of the night. Uncounted millions leaped they before me, some flaming forth as flowers of fire. Others there were that shed a dim radiance, flowing but faintly from out of the night. Some there were that faded swiftly, others that grew from a small spark of light, each surrounded by its dim veil of darkness, yet flaming with light that could never be quenched. Coming and going like fireflies in springtime, filled they with space, with light and with life. Then spoke a voice, mighty and solemn, saying, These are lights that are souls among men, growing and fading, existing forever, changing yet living through death into life. When they have bloomed into flower, reached the zenith of growth in their life, swiftly then send I my veil of darkness, shrouding and changing to new forms of life. Steadily upward throughout the ages, growing, expanding into yet another flame, lighting the darkness with yet great power, quenched yet unquenched by the veil of the night. So grows the soul of man ever upward, quenched yet unquenched by the darkness of night. I, death, come, and yet I remain not, for life eternal exists in the all. Only an obstacle, I in the pathway, quick to be conquered by the infinite light. Awaken, O flame that burns ever inward, flame forth and conquer the veil of the night. Then in the midst of the flames and the darkness, grew there one that drove forth the night, flaming, expanding ever brighter, until at last was nothing but light. Then spoke my guide, the voice of the master. See your own soul as it grows in the light, free now forever from the Lord of the night. Forward he led me through the great many spaces filled with the mysteries of the children of light, mysteries that man may never know until he too is the son of light. Backward then he led me into the light of the hall of the light. Knelt I then before the great masters, lords of all from the cycles above. Spoke he then with words of great power, saying, Thou hast been made free of the halls of Amente. Chose thou thy work among the children of men. Then spoke I, O great master, let me be a teacher of men, leading them onward and upward until they too are lights among men, freed from the veil of the night that surrounds them, flaming with light that shall shine among men. Spoke to me then the voice, Go, as yet will, so it be decreed. Masters are ye of your destiny, free to take or reject at will. Take ye the power, take ye the wisdom. Shine as a light among the children of men. Upward then led me the dweller. Dwelt I again among the children of men, teaching and showing some of my wisdom. Son of the light, a fire among men. Now again I tread the path downward, seeking the light in the darkness of night. Hold ye and keep ye, preserve my record. Guide shall it be to the children of men. Tablet 3, the key of wisdom. I, Thoth the Atlantean, give of my wisdom, give of my knowledge, give of my power. Freely I give to the children of men. Give that they too might have wisdom to shine through the world from the veil of the night. Wisdom is power, and power is wisdom, one with each other, perfecting the whole. Be thou not proud, O man, in thy wisdom. Discourse with the ignorant as well as the wise. If one comes to thee full of knowledge, listen and heed, for wisdom is all. Keep thou not silent when evil is spoken, for truth, like the sunlight, shines above all. He who oversteps the law shall be punished, for only through law comes the freedom of men. Cause thou not fear, for fear is bondage, a fetter that binds the darkness to men. Follow thine heart during thy lifetime. Do thou more than is commanded of thee. When thou hast gained riches, follow thou thine heart. For all these are of no avail if thine heart be weary. Diminish thou not the time of following thine heart. It is a board of the soul. They that are guided go not astray, but they that are lost cannot find a straight path. If thou go among men, make for thyself love, the beginning and the end of the heart. If one cometh unto thee for counsel, let him speak freely, that the thing for which he hath come to thee may be done. If he hesitates to open his heart to thee, it is because thou, the judge, doth the wrong. Repeat thou not extravagant speech, neither listen thou to it, for it is an utterance of one not in equilibrium. Speak thou not of it, for he that be before thee may know wisdom. Silence is of great profit. An abundance of speech profiteth nothing. Exalt not thine heart above the children of men, lest it be brought lower than the dust. If thou be great among men, be honored for knowledge and gentleness. If thou seekst to know the nature of a friend, ask not his companion, but pass a time alone with him. Debate with him, testing his heart by his words and his bearing. That which goeth into the storehouse must come forth, and the things that are thine must be shared with a friend. Knowledge is regarded by the fool as ignorance, and the things that are profitable are to him hurtful. He liveth in death, it is therefore his food. The wise man let his heart overflow, but keep silent his mouth. O man, list to the voice of wisdom, list to the voice of light. Mysteries there are in the cosmos that unveil, fill the world with their light. Let he who would be free from the bonds of darkness first divine the material from the immaterial, the fire from the earth. For know ye that as earth descends to earth, so also fire ascends unto fire and becomes one with fire. He who knows that fire is within himself shall ascend unto the eternal fire and dwell in it eternally. Fire, the inner fire, is the most potent of all force, for it overcomes all things and penetrates to all things of the earth. Man supports himself only on that which resists. So earth must resist man, else he existeth not. All eyes do not see with the same vision, for to one an object appears one form and color, and to a different eye of another. So also the infinite fire, changing from color to color, is never the same from day to day. Thus speak I, Thoth, of my wisdom. For a man is a burning fire bright through the night, never is quenched in the veil of darkness, never is quenched in the veil of the night. Into men's hearts I looked by my wisdom, found them not free from the bondage of strife, free from the toils, the fire, O my brother, lest it be buried in the shadow of night. Hark ye, O man, and listen to this wisdom. Where do name and form cease? Only in consciousness, invisible, an infinite force of radiance bright. The forms that ye create by brightening thy vision are truly effects that follow thy cause. Man is a star bound to a body until the end. He is freed through his strife. Only by struggle and toiling thy utmost shall the star within thee bloom out in new life. He who knows the commencement of all things, free is his star from the realm of night. Remember, O man, that all which exists is another form of that which exists not. Everything that has being is passing into yet another being, and thou thyself are not an exception. Consider the law, for all is law. Seek not that which is not of the law, for such exists only in the illusions of the senses. Wisdom comes to all her children, even as they come unto wisdom. All through the ages the light has been hidden. Awake, O man, and be wise. Deep in the mysteries of life have I traveled, seeking and searching for that which is hidden. List ye, O man, and be wise. Far neath the earth's crust, in the halls of Amente, mysteries I saw that are hidden from men. Oft have I journeyed the deep hidden passage, looked on the light that is the life among men. There, neath the flower of life, ever living, searched I the heart and secrets of men. Found I that man is living in darkness. Light of the great fire is hidden within. Before the lords of hidden Amente learned I the wisdom I give unto men. Masters are they of the great secret wisdom, brought from the future of an infinity's end. 7 are they, the lords of Amente, overlords they of the children of the morning, sons of the cycles, masters of wisdom. Formed are not they as the children of men? 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9 are the titles of the masters of men. Far from the future, formless yet forming, came they as teachers for the children of men. Live they forever, yet not of the living, bound not to life, and yet free from death. Rule they forever with infinite wisdom, bound, yet not bound, to the dark halls of death. Life they have in them, yet life is not life. Free from all are the lords of the all. Forth from them came forth the Logos, instruments they of the power over all. Vast is their countenance, yet hidden in smallness, formed by a forming, known yet unknown. 3 holds the key of all the hidden magic, creator he of the halls of the dead, sending forth power shrouded with darkness, binding the souls of the children of men, sending the darkness, binding the soul force, director of negative to the children of men. 4 is he who loses the power, Lord, he of life to the children of men. Light is his body, flame is his countenance, freer of souls to the children of men. 5 is the master, the lord of all magic, key to the word that resounds among men. 6 is the lord of light, the hidden pathway, path of the souls of the children of men. 7 is he who is lord of the vastness, master of space and the key of the times. 8 is he who orders the progress, weighs and balances the journey of men. 9 is the Father, vast he of countenance, forming and changing from out of the formless. Meditate on the symbols I give thee, keys are they, though hidden from men. Reach ever upward, O soul of the morning. Turn thy thoughts upward to the light and to the life. Find in the keys of the numbers I bring thee, light on the pathway, from life unto life. Seek ye with wisdom. Turn thy thoughts inward. Close not thy mind to the flower of light. Place in thy body a thought-formed picture. Think of the numbers that lead thee to life. Clear is the pathway to he who has wisdom. Open the door to the kingdom of light. Pour forth thy flame as the sun of the morning. Shut out the darknesses and live in the day. Take thee, O man, as part of thy being, the 7 who are, but are not as they seem. Opened, O man, have I my wisdom. Follow the path in the way I have led. masters of wisdom, son of the morning light, and life to the children of men. Tablet 4, the Spaceborn. List ye, O man, to the voice of wisdom, list to the voice of Thoth the Atlantean. Freely I give to thee of my wisdom, gathered from the time and space of this cycle, master of mysteries, son of the morning, living forever, a child of the light, shining with brightness, star of the morning. Thoth, the teacher of men, is of all. Long time ago, I in my childhood lay 'neath the stars on long-buried Atlantis, dreaming of mysteries far above men. Then in my heart grew there a great longing to conquer the pathway that led to the stars. Year after year I sought after wisdom, seeking new knowledge, following the way, until at last my soul, in great travail, broke from its bondage and bounded away. Free was I from the bondage of earthmen. Free from the body I flashed through the night. Unlocked at last for me was the star space. Free was I from the bondage of night. Now to the end of space sought I wisdom, far beyond knowledge of finite man. Far into space my soul traveled freely into infinity's circle of light. Strange, beyond knowledge were some of the planets, great and gigantic, beyond dreams of men. Yet found I law in all of its beauty, working through and among them as here among men. Flashed forth my soul through infinite's beauty, far through space I flew with my thoughts. Rested I there on a planet of beauty, strains of harmony filled the air. Shapes there were, moving in order, great and majestic as stars in the night, mounting in harmony, ordered equilibrium, symbols of the cosmic, like unto law. Many the stars I passed in my journey, many the races of men on their worlds, some reaching high as stars of the morning, some falling low in the blackness of night. Each and all of them struggled upward, gaining the heights and plumbing the depths, moving at times in realms of brightness, living through darkness, gaining the light. Know, O man, that light is thine heritage. Know that darkness is only a veil. Sealed in thine heart is brightness eternal, waiting the moment of freedom to conquer, waiting to rend the veil of the night. Some I found who had conquered the ether. Free of space were they, while yet they were men. Using the force that is the foundation of all things, far in space constructed they a planet, drawn by the force that flows through the all, condensing, coalescing the ether into forms that grew as they willed. Outstripping in science, they, of all the races, mighty in wisdom, son of the stars. Long time I paused, watching their wisdom. Saw them create from out of that ether cities gigantic of rose and gold. Formed forth from the primal element, base of all matter, the ether far flung. Far in the past they had conquered the ether, freed themselves from the bondage of toil, formed in their mind only a picture, and swiftly created it grew. Forth then my soul sped throughout the cosmos, seeing ever new things and old, learning that man is truly spaceborn, a son of the sun, a child of the stars. Know ye, O man, wherever ye inhabit, surely it is one with the stars. Thy bodies are nothing but planets revolving around their central suns. When ye have gained the light of all wisdom, free shall ye be to shine in the ether, one of the suns that light outer darkness, one of the spaceborn grown into light. Just as the stars in time lose their brilliance, light passing from them into the great source, so, O man, the soul passes onward, leaving behind the darkness of night. Formed forth ye from the primal ether, filled with the brilliance that flows from the source, bound by the ether coalesced around, yet ever it flames until at last it is free. Lift up your flame from out of the darkness, fly from the night, and ye shall be free. Traveled I through space-time, knowing my soul at last was set free, knowing that now might I pursue wisdom, until at last I passed to a plane hidden from knowledge, known not to wisdom, extension beyond all that we know. Now, O man, when I had this knowing, happy my soul grew, for now I was free. Listen, ye space-born, bliss to my wisdom. Know ye not that ye too will be free? List ye again, O man, to my wisdom, that hearing ye too might live free and be free. Not of the earth are ye, earthly, but child of the infinite cosmic light. Know ye not, O man, of your heritage? Know ye not ye are truly the light? Son of the great sun, when ye gain wisdom, truly aware of your kinship with the light. Now to ye I give knowledge, freedom to walk in the path I have trod, showing ye truly how, by my striving, I trod the path that leads to the stars. Hark ye, O man, and know of thy bondage. Know how to free thyself from the toils. Out of the darkness shall ye rise upward, one with the light and one with the stars. Follow ye ever the path of wisdom, only by this can ye rise from below. Ever man's destiny leads him onward into the curves of infinity's all. Know ye, O man, that all space is ordered. Only by order are ye one with the all. Order and balance are the law of the cosmos. Follow, and ye shall be one with the all. He who would follow the pathway of wisdom, open must he be to the flower of life, extending his consciousness out of the darkness, flowing through time and space in the all. Deep in the silence, first ye must linger until at last ye are free from desire, free from the longing to speak in the silence. Conquer by silence the bondage of words, abstaining from eating until we have conquered desire for food. That is bondage of the soul. Then lie ye down in darkness. Close ye your eyes from the rays of the light. Center thy soul force in the place of thine consciousness, shaking it free from the bonds of the night. Place in thy mind place the image thou desirest. Picture the place thou desire to see. Vibrate back and forth with the power. Loosen the soul from out of its night. Fiercely must thou shake with all of thy power until at last thy soul shall be free. Mighty beyond words is the flame of the cosmic, hanging in plains unknown to man, mighty and balanced, moving in order, music of harmonies far beyond man. Speaking with music, singing with color, flame from the beginning of eternity's all. Spark of the flame art thou, O my children, burning with color and living with music. List to the voice, and thou shalt be free. Consciousness free is fused with the cosmic, one with the order and law of the all. Knew ye not, man, that out of the darkness light shall flame forth, a symbol of all? Pray ye this prayer for attaining of wisdom, prayer for the coming of light to the all. Mighty spirit of light that shines through the cosmos, draw my flame closer in harmony to thee. Lift up my fire from out of the darkness, magnet of fire that is one with the all. Lift up my soul, thou mighty and potent. Child of the light, turn not away. Draw me in power to melt in thy furnace. One with all things, and all things in one. Fire of the life strain, and one with the brain. When ye have freed thy soul from its bondage, know that for ye the darkness is gone. Ever through space ye may seek wisdom, bound not by fetters forged in the flesh. Onward and upward into the morning, free flash, O soul, to the realms of light. Move thou in order, move thou in harmony, freely shalt move with the children of light. Seek ye and know ye my key of wisdom. Thus, O man, ye shall surely be free. Tablet 5. The Dweller of Unal. Oft dream I of buried Atlantis, lost in the ages that have passed into night. Aeon on aeon thou exist in beauty, a light shining through the darkness of night. Mighty in power, ruling the earth-born, Lord of the earth and Atlantis day. King of the nations, master of wisdom, light through Suntal, keeper of the way, dwelt in his temple, the master of Unal, light of the earth and Atlantis day. Master he from a cycle beyond us, living in bodies as one among men. Not as the earth born, he from beyond us, son of a cycle, advanced beyond men. Know ye, O man, the harlot, the master, was never one with the children of men. Far in the past time, when Atlantis first grew as a power, appeared there one with the key of wisdom, showing the way of light to all. Showed he to all men the path of attainment, way of the light that flows among men, mastering darkness, leading the man's soul upward to the heights that were one with the light. Divided the kingdoms he into sections. 10 were they, ruled by children of men. Upon another built he a temple, built but not by the children of men. Out of the ether called he its substance, molded and formed by the powers of Yajlalon, into the forms he built with his mind. Mile upon mile it covered the island, space upon space it grew in its might. Black, yet not black, but dark like the space-time, deep in its heart the essence of light. Swiftly the temple grew into being, molded and shaped by the word of the dweller, called from the formless into a form. Built he then, within it great chambers, filled them with forms called forth from the ether, filled them with wisdom called forth by his mind. Formless was he within his temple, yet was he formed in the image of men. Dwelling among them, yet not of them. Strange and far different was he from the children of men. Chose he then from among the people 3 who became his gateway. Chose he the 3 from the highest to become his links with Atlantis. Messengers they who carried his counsel to the kings of the children of men. Brought he forth others and taught them wisdom. Teachers they to the children of men. Placed he them on the island of Undul to stand as teachers of light to men. Each of those who were thus chosen, taught must he be for 5 years and 10. Only thus could he have understanding to bring light to the children of men. Thus there came into being the temple, a dwelling place for the masters of men. I, Thoth, have ever sought wisdom, searching in darkness and searching in light. Long in my youth I traveled the pathway, seeking ever new knowledge to gain, until after much striving, one of the 3 to me brought the light. Brought he me to the commands of the dweller, called me from the darkness into light. Brought he me before the dweller, deep in the temple before the great fire. There on the great throne beheld I the dweller, clothed with the light and flashing with fire. Down I knelt before the great wisdom, feeling the light flowing through me in waves. Heard I then the voice of the dweller, O darkness, come into light. Long have ye sought the pathway to light. Each soul on earth that loosens its fetters shall soon be made free from the bondage of night. Forth from the darkness have ye arisen, closer approach the light of your goal. Here ye shall dwell as one of my children, keeper of records gathered by wisdom, instrument thou of the light from beyond. Ready by thou made to do what is needed, preserver of wisdom through the ages of darkness, that shall come fast on the children of men. Live thee here and drink of all wisdom, secrets and mysteries unto thee shall unveil. Then answered I, the master of cycles, saying, O light that descends to men, give thou to me of thy wisdom, that I might be a teacher of men. Give thou of thy light, that I might be free. Spoke then to me again the master, Age after age shall ye live through your wisdom, aye, when over Atlantis the ocean waves roll, holding the light, through hidden in darkness, ready to come whenever they shall call. Go thee now and learn greater wisdom, grow through the light to infinity's all. Long then dwelt I in the temple of the dweller, until at last I was one with the light. Followed I then the path to the star plains, followed I then the pathway to light. Deep into earth's heart I followed the pathway, learning the secrets, below as above, learning the pathway to the halls of Amente, learning the law that balances the world. To earth's hidden chambers pierced I by my wisdom, deep through the earth crust, into the pathway hidden for all ages from the children of men. Unveiled before me, ever more wisdom, until I reached a new knowledge, found that all is part of all, great and yet greater than we all knew. Searched I infinity's heart through all the ages. Deep and yet deeper, more mysteries I found. Now as I look back through the ages, knowing I that wisdom is boundless, ever grown greater throughout the ages, one with infinities greater than all. Light there was in ancient Atlantis, yet darkness too was hidden in all. Fell from the light into the darkness, some who had risen to heights among men. Proud they became because of their knowledge. Proud were they of their place among men. Deep delved they into the forbidden, opened the gateway that led to below. Sought they to gain ever more knowledge, but seeking to bring it up from below. He who descends below must have balance, else he is bound by lack of our light. Opened they then, by their knowledge, pathways forbidden to men. But in his temple, all-seeing the dweller, lay in his Agwanti, while through Atlantis his soul roamed free. Saw he the Atlanteans by their magic, opening the gateway that would bring to earth great woe. Fast fled his soul then back to his body. Up he arose from his Agwanti, called he the three mighty messengers, gave the commands that shattered the world. Deep beneath the earth's crust to the halls of Amente swiftly descended the dweller. Called he then on the powers of the seven lords wielded, changing the earth's balance. Down sank Atlantis beneath the dark waves, shattered the gateway that had been opened, shattered the doorway that led down below. All of the islands were shattered except Unal, and part of the island of the sons of the dweller. Preserved he them to be teachers, lights on the path for those to come after, lights for the lesser children of men. Called he then, I, Thoth, before him, gave me commands for all I shall do, saying, Take thou, O Thoth, all of your wisdom. Take all your records, take all your magic. Go forth as a teacher of men. Go forth reserving the records, until in time light grows among men. Light shall thou be through all the ages, hidden yet found by enlightened men. Over all earth, give we ye power. Free thou to give it or to take it away. Gather thou now the sons of Atlantis. Take them and flee to the people of the rock caves. Fly to the land of the children of Chem. Then gathered I the sons of Atlantis. Into the spaceship I brought all my records, brought the records of sunken Atlantis. Gathered I all of my powers, instruments many of mighty magic. Up then we rose on wings of the morning. High we arose above the temple, leaving behind the three and the dweller deep in the halls beneath the temple, closing the pathways to the lords of the cycles. Yet ever to him who has knowing, open shall be the path to Amente. Fast fled we then on the wings of the morning, fled to the land of the children of Chem. There by my power I conquered and ruled them. Raised I to the light the children of Chem. Deep beneath the rocks I buried my spaceship, waiting the time when man might be free. Over the spaceship erected a marker in the form of a lion, yet like unto man. There beneath the image rests yet my spaceship, forth to be brought when need shall arise. Know ye, O man, that far in the future invaders shall come from out of the deep. Then awake ye who have wisdom. Bring forth my ship and conquer with ease. Deep beneath the image lies my secret. Search and find it in the pyramid I built. Each to the other is the keystone, each the gateway that leads to life. Follow the key I leave behind. Seek, and the doorway to life shall be thine. Seek thou in my pyramid, deep in the passage that ends in a wall. Use thou the key of the seven, and open to thee the pathway will fall. Now unto thee I have given my wisdom. Now unto thee I have given my way. Follow the pathway. Solve thou my secrets. Unto thee I have shown the way. Tablet 6, the Key of Magic. Hark ye, O man, to the wisdom of magic. Hark the knowledge of powers forgotten. Long ago, in the days of first man, warfare began between darkness and light. Men then as now were filled with both darkness and light. And while in some darkness held sway, in others light filled the soul. Aye, age old in this warfare, the eternal struggle between darkness and light. Fiercely it is fought through all the ages, using strange powers hidden to men. Adepts has there been filled with the blackness, struggling always against the light. But others there are who, filled with brightness, have ever conquered the darkness of night. Wherever ye may be in all ages and plain, surely ye shall know of the battle with night. Long ages ago the sons of the morning descended, found the world filled with night. There in that past began the struggle, the age-old battle of darkness and light. Many in the time were so filled with darkness that only feebly flamed the light from the night. Some they were, masters of darkness, who sought to fill all with their darkness, sought to draw others into the night. Fiercely withstood they, the masters of brightness. Fiercely fought they from the darkness of night, sought ever to tighten the fetters, the chains that bind men to the darkness of night. Used they always the dark magic, brought into men by the power of darkness, magic that enshrouds man's soul with darkness. Banded together as in order, brothers of darkness, they through the ages, antagonists they to the children of men. Walked they always secret and hidden, found, yet not found by the children of men. Forever they walked and worked in darkness, hiding from the light in the darkness of night. Silently, secretly used they their power, enslaving and blinding the soul of men. Unseen they come and unseen they go. Man, in his ignorance, calls them from below. Dark is the way of the dark brothers travel, dark of the darkness, not of the night. Traveling over earth, they walk through men's dreams. Power they have gained from darkness around them to call other dwellers from out of their plane, in ways that are dark and unseen by man. Into man's mind space reach the dark brothers.
Minor.
Around it they close the veil of their night. There, though its lifetime, that soul dwells in bondage, bound by the fetters of the veil of the night. Mighty are they in the forbidden knowledge, forbidden because it is one with the night. Hark ye, O old man, and list to my warning. Be ye free from the bondage of night. Surrender not your soul to the brothers of darkness. Keep thy face ever turned towards the light. Know ye not, O man, that your sorrow only has come through the veil of the night? Aye, man, heed my warning. Strive ever upward. Turn your soul towards the light. The brothers of darkness seek for their brothers who have traveled along the pathway of the light. For well know that they who have traveled far towards the sun in the pathway of the light have great and yet greater power to bind with darkness the children of light. List ye, O man, to he who comes to you, but weigh in the balance if his words be of light. For many there are who walk in dark brightness, and yet are not the children of light. Easy it is to follow their pathway, easy to follow the path that they lead. But yet, O man, heed ye my warning. Light only comes to him who strives. Hard is the pathway that leads to the wisdom. Hard is the pathway that leads to the light. Many shall find ye the stones in your pathway, many the mountains to climb towards the light. Yet know ye, O man, to him that overcometh, free will he be of the pathway of the light. For ye know, O man, in the end, light must conquer, and darkness and night be banished from light. Listen, O man, and heed ye this wisdom. Even as darkness, so is the light. When darkness is banished, and all veils are rendered, out there shall flash from the darkness the light. But as exist among men the dark brothers, so there exist the brothers of light. Antagonists they are of the brothers of darkness, seeking to free men from the night. Powers have they, mighty and potent, knowing the law the planets obey. Work they ever in harmony and order, freeing the man-soul from its bondage of night. Secret and hidden walk they also. Known not are they to the children of men. Ever have they fought the dark brothers, conquered and conquering time without end. Yet always light shall be in the end, be master, driving away the darkness of night. I, man, know ye this knowing, always beside thee walk the children of light. Masters they of the sun power, ever unseen yet the guardians of men. Open to all is their pathway, open to he who will walk in the light. For they of the dark Amente, free of the halls where life reigns supreme. Sons are they and lords of the morning, children of light to shine among men. Like men are they, and yet are unlike. Never divided were they in the past. One have they been in oneness eternal, throughout all space since the beginning of time. Up did they come into oneness with the All One, up from the first space, formed and unformed. Given to man have they secrets that shall guard and protect him from all harm. He who would travel the path of the Master, free must he be from the bondage of night. Conquer must he the formless and shapeless, conquer must he the phantom of fear. Knowing, must he gain all of the secrets, travel the pathway that leads through darkness, yet ever before him keep the light of his goal. Obstacles great shall he meet in the pathway, yet press on to the light of the sun. Hear ye, O man, the sun is the symbol of light that shines at the end of thy road. Now to thee give I the secrets, now to meet the dark power. Meet and conquer the fear from the night. Only by knowing can ye conquer. Only by knowing can ye have light. Now I must give unto thee the knowledge, known to the masters, the knowing that conquers all the dark fears. Use this, the wisdom I give thee. Master thou shalt be of the brothers of night. When unto thee comes a feeling, drawing thee nearer to the dark gate, examine thy heart, and find if the feeling thou hast has come from within. If thou shalt find the darkness thine own thoughts, banish them forth from the place in thy mind. Send through the body a wave of vibration, irregular first and regular second, repeating time after time until free. Start the wave force in the brain center, directed in waves from thine head to thy foot. But if thou find thine heart is not darkened, be sure that a force is directed to thee. Only by knowing can thou overcome it. Only by wisdom can thou hope to be free. Knowledge brings wisdom, and wisdom is power. Attain, and ye shall have power over all. Seek ye first a place bound by darkness. Place ye a circle around about thee. Stand erect in the midst of the circle. Use thou this formula, and you shall be free. Raise thou thy hands to the dark space above thee. Close thou thine eyes and draw in the light. Call to the spirit of light through space-time, using these words, and thou shalt be free. Fill thou my body, O spirit of life. Fill thou my body with the spirit of light. Come from the flower that shines through the darkness. Come from the halls where the 7 lords rule. Name them by name, I, the 7, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9. By their names I called them to aid me, free me, and save me from the darkness of night. Antanas, Quertus, Cheetal, and Goanna, Portal, Samvita, Ardal. By their names I implore thee, free me from the darkness, and fill me with light. Know ye, O man, that when ye have done this, ye shall be free from the fetters that blind ye. Cast off the bondage of the brothers of night. See ye not that the names have the power to free by vibration the fetters that bind? Use them at need to free thou, thine brother, so that he too may come forth from the night. Thou, O man, art thy brother's helper. Let him not lie in the bondage of night. Now unto thee give I my magic. Take it, and dwell in the pathway of light. Light unto thee, life unto thee. Sun may thou be on the cycle above. Tablet 7. The 7 Lords. Hark ye, O man, and list to my voice. Open thy mind space, and drink of my wisdom. Dark is the pathway of life that ye travel. Many the pitfalls that lie in the way. Seek ye ever to gain greater wisdom. Attain, and it shall be light on the way. Open thy soul, O man, to the cosmic, and let it flow in as one with thy soul. Light is eternal, and darkness is fleeting. Seek ye ever, O man, for the light. Know ye that ever as light fills thy being, darkness for thee shall soon disappear. Open thy souls to the brothers of brightness. Let them enter and fill thee with light. Lift up thine eyes to the light of the cosmos. Keep thou ever thy face to the goal. Only by gaining the light of all wisdom art thou one with the infinite goal. Seek ye ever the oneness eternal. Seek ever the light into one. Hear ye, O man, list to my voice, singing the songs of light and of life. Throughout all space, light is prevalent, encompassing all with its banners, its flames. Seek ye forever in the veil of darkness. Somewhere ye shall surely find light, hidden and buried, lost to man's knowledge. Deep in the finite, the infinite exists. Lost but existing, flowing through all things. Living in all is the infinite brain. In all space there is only one wisdom. Though seeming decided, it is one in the one. All that exists comes forth from the light, and the light comes forth from the all. Everything created is based upon order. Law rules the space where the infinite dwells. Forth from equilibrium came the great cycles, moving in harmony towards infinity's end. Know ye, O man, that far in the space-time, infinity itself shall pass into change. Hear ye, and list to the voice of wisdom. Know that all is of all evermore. Know that through time thou may pursue wisdom, and find ever more light on the way. Aye, thou shalt find that ever receding, thy goal shall elude thee from day into day. Long time ago, in the halls of Amente, I, Thoth, stood before the lords of the cycles. Mighty they in their aspects of power, mighty they in the wisdom unveiled. Led by the dweller, first did I see them, but afterwards free was I of their presence, free to enter into their conclave at will. Oft did I journey down the dark pathway unto the hall where the light ever glows. Learned I of the masters of cycles, wisdom brought from the cycles above. Manifest they in this cycle as guides of man to the knowledge of all. 7 are they, mighty in power, speaking these words through me to men. Time after time stood I before them, listening to words that came not with sound. Once they said to me, O man, wouldst thou gain wisdom? Seek for it in the heart of the flame. Wouldst thou gain knowledge of power? Seek ye in it the heart of the flame. Wouldst be one with the heart of the flame? Seek then within thine own hidden flame. Many the times spoke they to me, teaching me wisdom not of the world, showing me ever new paths to the brightness, teaching me wisdom brought from above, giving knowledge of operation, learning of law, the order of all. Spoke to me again the 7, saying, From far beyond time are we, come, O man. Traveled we from beyond space-time, from the place of infinity's end. When ye and all thy brethren were formless, formed forth were we from the order of all. Not as men are we, though once we, too, were as men. Out of the great void were we formed forth in order by law. For know ye that which is formed, truly is formless, having form only to thine eyes. And again unto me spoke the 7, saying, Child of the light, O Thoth, art thou, free to travel the bright path upward, until at last all ones become one. Forth were we formed after our order, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Know ye that these are the number of cycles, that we descended from unto man, each here having a duty to fulfill, each having here a force to control. Yet are we one with the soul of our cycle, yet are we too seeking a goal. Far beyond man's conception, infinity extends into the greater than all. There in a time that is not yet a time, we shall all become one with a greater than all. Time and space are moving in circles. Know ye their law, and ye too shall be free. Free shall ye be to move through the cycles, past the guardians that dwell at the door. Then to me he spoke of 9, saying, Aeons and aeons have I existed, knowing not life and tasting not death. For know ye, O man, that far in the future, life and death shall be one with the all. Each so perfected by balancing the other that neither exists in the oneness of all. In men of these cycles, the life force is rampant, but life in its growth becomes one with them all. Here I manifest in this your cycle, but yet I am there in the future of time. Yet to me time exists not, for in my world time exists not, for formless are we. Life have we not, but yet have existence, fuller and greater and freer than thee. Man is a flame bound to a mountain, but we in our cycle shall be forever free. Know ye, O man, that when ye have progressed into the cycle that lengthen above, life itself will pass to the darkness, and only the essence of soul shall remain. Then to me spoke the Lord of the Eight, saying, All that ye know is of but part of little. Not as yet have ye touched on the great. Far out in space where light becomes supreme beings, came I unto the light. Formed was I also, but not yet as ye are. Body of light was my formless form formed. Know I not life, and know I not death, yet master am I of all that exists. Seek ye to find the path through the barriers, travel the road that leads into the light. Spoke again to me the 9, saying, Seek ye to find the path to beyond. Not impossible is it to grow to a consciousness above. For when 2 have become 1, and 1 has become the all, know ye the barrier has lifted, and ye are made free of the road. Grow thou from form to the formless, free may be thou of the road. Thus, through ages I listened, learning the way to the all. Now lift I my thoughts to the all thing. List ye, and hear when it calls. O light, all-pervading, one with all, and all with one. Flow thou to me through the channel. Enter thou, so that I may be free. Make me one with the all-soul, shining from the blackness of night. Free let me be of all space-time, free from the veil of the night. I, a child of the light, command, free from the darkness to be. Formless am I to the light soul, formless yet shining with light. Know I the bonds of darkness must shatter and fall before the light. Now give I this wisdom. Free may ye be, O man, living in light and in brightness. Turn not thy face from the light. Thy soul dwells in realms of brightness. Yet ye are a child of the light. Turn thy thoughts inward, not outward. Find thou the light soul within. Know that thou art the master. All else is brought from within. Grow thou to realms of brightness. Hold thou thy thought on the light. Know thou art run with the cosmos, a flame and a child of the light. Now to thee I give warning. Let not the thought turn away. Know that the brightness flows through the body for I. Turn not to the dark brothers that come from the brothers of black, but keep thine eyes ever lifted, thy soul in tune with the light. Take ye this wisdom and heed it. List to my voice and obey. Follow the pathway to brightness, and thou shalt be one with the way. Tablet 8, the Key of Mystery. Unto thee, O man, have I given my knowledge. Unto thee have I given of light. Hear ye now and receive my wisdom, brought from space planes above and beyond. Not as man am I, for free have I become of dimensions and planes. In each take I on a new body. In each I change in my form. Know I now that the formless is all there is of form. Great is the wisdom of the 7. Mighty are they from beyond. Manifest they through their power, filled by force from beyond. Hear ye these words of wisdom. Hear ye, and make thine own. Find in them the formless. Mystery is but hidden knowledge. Know, and ye shall unveil. Find the deep buried wisdom, and be master of darkness and light. Deep are the mysteries around thee, hidden the secrets of old. Search through the keys of my wisdom. Surely shall ye find the way. The gateway to power is secret, but he who attains shall receive. Look to the light, O my brother. Open, and ye shall receive. Press on through the valley of darkness. Overcome the dweller of night. Keep ever thine eyes on the light plain, and thou shalt be one with the light. Man is in process of changing to forms that are not of this world. Grows he in time to the formless, plain on the cycle above. Know ye must become formless before ye are the light. List ye, O man, to my voice, telling of pathways to light, showing the way of attainment, while ye shall be one with the light. Search ye the mysteries of earth's heart. Learn of the law that exists, holding the stars in their balance by the force of the primordial mist. Seek ye the flame of the earth's life. Bathe in the glare of its flame. Follow the three-cornered pathway until thou, too, art aflame. Speak thou in words without voice to those who dwell down below. Enter the blue-lidden temple and bathe in the fire of all life. Know, O man, thou art complex, a being of earth and of fire. Let thy flame shine out brightly. Be thou only the fire. Wisdom is hidden in darkness. When lit by the flame of the soul, find thou the wisdom and be the light born, a son of the light without form. Seek the evermore wisdom. Find it in the heart of the flame. Know that only by striving and light pour into thy brain. Now have I spoken with wisdom. List to my voice and obey. Tear open the veils of the darkness. Shine a light on the way. Speak I of ancient Atlantis. Speak of the days of the kingdom of shadows. Speak in the coming of the children of shadows. Out of the great deep were they called by the wisdom of earthmen, called for the purpose of gaining great power. Far in the past, before Atlantis existed, men there were who delved into darkness, using dark magic, calling up beings from the great deep below us. Forth came they into this cycle. Formless were they of another vibration, existing unseen by the children of earthmen. Only through blood could they have formed being. Only through man could they live in this world. In ages past were they conquered by masters, driven below to the place whence they came. But some there were who remained, hidden in spaces and planes unknown to man. Lived they in Atlantis as shadows, but at times they appeared among men. Aye, when the blood was offered, for they came to dwell among men. In the form of man they amongst us, but only to sight were they as men. Serpent-headed when the glamour was lifted, but appearing to man as men among men. Crept they into the councils, taking forms that were like unto men. Slaying by their arts the chiefs of the kingdoms, taking their form and ruling over men. Only by magic could they be discovered. Only by sound could their faces be seen. Sought they from the kingdom of shadows to destroy man and rule in his place. But know ye, the masters were mighty in magic, able to lift the veil from the face of the serpent, able to send him back to his place. Came they to man and taught him the secret, the word that only a man can pronounce. Swift then they lifted the veil from the serpent and cast him forth from the place among men. Yet beware, the serpent still lives in a place that is open at times to the world. Unseen they walk among thee, in places where the rites have been said. Again, as time passes onward, shall they take the semblance of men. Called may they be by the master, who knows the white or the black, but only the white master may control and bind them while in the flesh. Seek not the kingdom of shadows, for evil will surely appear. For only the master of brightness shall conquer the shadow of fear. Know ye, O my brother, that fear is an obstacle great. Be master of all in the brightness, the shadow will soon disappear. Hear ye and hear my wisdom. The voice of light is clear. Seek not the valley of shadow, and light will only appear. List ye, O man, to the depth of my wisdom. Speak I of knowledge hidden from man. Far have I been on my journey through space-time, even to the end of space of this cycle. I glimpse the hounds of the barrier, lying in wait for he who would pass them. In that space where time exists not, faintly I sense the guardian of cycles. Move they only through the angles. Free are they of naught of the curved dimension. Strange and terrible are the hounds of the barrier. Follow they consciousness to the limits of space. Think not to escape by entering your body, for follow they fast the soul through the angles. Only the circle will give ye protection, save from the claws of the dweller in the angles. Once in a time past I approached the great barrier, and saw on the shores where time exists not, the formless forms and the hounds of the barrier. I, hiding in the mist beyond time, I found them, and they, scenting me from afar, raised themselves and gave the great bell cry that could be heard from cycle to cycle and moved through space towards my soul. Fled I then fast before them, back from time's unthinkable end. But ever after me pursued they, moving in strange angles not known to men. On the gray shores of the time-space end found I the hounds of the barrier, ravening for the soul who attempts the beyond. Fled I through circles back to my body, fled, and faster after me they followed. After me the devourers followed, seeking through angles to devour my soul. Aye, know ye, man, that the soul who dares the barrier may be held in bondage by the hounds from beyond time, held till this cycle is completed and left behind when the consciousness leaves. Entered I my body, created the circles that know not angles, created the form, and from that form my form was formed. Made my body into a circle, and lost the pursuers in the circle of time. But even yet, when free from my body, cautious ever must I be not to move through angles, else my soul may never be free. Know ye the hounds of the barrier, move only through angles and never through curves of space. Only by moving through curves can ye escape them, for in angles they will pursue thee. O man, heed my warning, seek not to break open the gate to beyond. Few there are who have succeeded in passing the barrier to the greater light that shines beyond. For know ye, ever the dwellers, seek such souls to hold in their thrall. Listen, O man, and heed ye my warning. Seek ye to move not in angles, but curves. And if, while free from the body, thou hearest the sound like the bay of a hound, ringing clear and bell-like through thy being, flee back to thy body through circles, penetrate not the midst before. When thou hast entered the form thou hast dwelt in, use thou the cross and the circle combined. Open thy mouth and use thy voice. Utter the word and thou shalt be free. Only the one who of light has the fullest can hope to pass by the guards of the way. And then must he move through strange curves and angles that are formed in direction not known to man. List ye, O man, and heed ye my warning. Attempt not to pass the guards on the way. Rather, should ye seek to gain of thine own light, and make thyself ready to pass on the way. Light is thine ultimate end, O my brother. Seek and find ever the light on the way. Tablet 9. The Key to Freedom of Space. List ye, O man, hear ye my voice, teaching of wisdom and light in this cycle, teaching ye how to banish the darkness, teaching ye how to bring light into thy life. Seek ye, O man, to find the great pathway that leads to eternal life as a sun. Draw ye away from the veil of darkness. Seek to become a light in the world. Make of thyself a vessel for light, a focus for the sun of this space. Lift thou thine eyes to the cosmos. Lift thou thine eyes to the light. Speak in the words of the dweller, the chant that calls down the light. Sing thou the song of freedom. Sing thou the song of the soul. Create the high vibration that will make thee one with the whole. Blend all thyself with the cosmos. Grow into one with the light. Be thou a channel of order, a pathway of law to the world. Thy light, O man, is the great light, shining through the shadow of flesh. Free must thou rise from the darkness before thou art one with the light. Shadows of darkness surround thee. Life fills thee with its flow. But know, O man, thou must arise, and forth thy body go to the far plains that surround thee, and yet are one with thee too. Look all around thee, O man. See thine own light reflected. Aye, even in the darkness around thee, thine own light pours forth from the veil. Seek thou for wisdom always. Let not thine body betray. Keep in the path of the light wave. Shun thou the darkened way. Know thee that wisdom is lasting, existing since the all-soul began, creating harmony from by the law that exists in the way. List ye, O man, to the teachings of wisdom. List to the voice that speaks of the past time. I shall tell thee knowledge of forgotten, tell ye of wisdom hidden in past time, lost in the midst of darkness around me. Know ye, man, ye are the ultimate of all things. Only the knowledge of this is forgotten, lost when man was cast into bondage, bound and fettered by the chains of darkness. Long, long ago I cast off my body, wandered I free through the vastness of ether, circled the angles that held man in bondage. Know ye, O man, ye are only a spirit, the body is nothing, the soul is all. Let not your body be a fetter. Cast off the darkness and travel in light. Cast off your body, O man, and be free, truly a light that is one with the light. When ye are free from the fetters of darkness and travel in space as the son of the light, then ye shall know that space is not boundless, but truly bounded by angles and curves. Know ye, O man, that all exists is only an aspect of greater things yet to come. Matter is fluid and flows like a stream, constantly changing from one thing to another. All through the ages has knowledge existed, never been changed, though buried in darkness, never been lost, though forgotten by man. Know ye that throughout the space that ye dwell in are others as great as your own, interlaced through the heart of your matter, yet separate in space of their own. Once in a time long forgotten, I, Thoth, opened the doorway, penetrated into other spaces and learned of the secrets concealed. Deep in the essence of matter are many mysteries concealed. 9 are the interlocked dimensions, and 9 are the cycles of space. 9 are the diffusions of consciousness, and 9 are the worlds within worlds. 9 are the lords of the cycles that come from above and below. Space is filled with concealed ones, for space is divided by time. Seek ye the key to the time-space, and ye shall unlock the gate. Know ye that throughout the time-space consciousness surely exists. Though from our knowledge it is hidden, yet still forever exists. The key to worlds within thee are found only within, for man is the gateway of mystery, and the key is that one is with the one. Seek ye within the circle. Use the word I shall give. Open the gateway within thee, and surely thou too shall live. Man, ye think that ye liveth, but know that it is life within death. For as sure as ye are bound to your body, for you no life exists. Only the soul is space free, has life that is really a life. All else is only a bondage, a fetter from which to be free. Think not that man is earthbound, though come from the earth he may be. Man is light-born spirit, but without knowing he can never be free. Darkness surrounds the light-born. Darkness fetters the soul. Only the one who is seeking may ever hope to be free. Shadows around thee are falling. Darkness fills all the space. Shine forth, O light of the man-soul. Fill thou the darkness of space. Ye are son of the great light. Remember, and ye shall be free. Stay not thou in the shadows. Spring forth from the darkness of night. Light, let thy soul be, O sunborn, filled with glory of light, freed from the bonds of darkness, a soul that is one with the light. Thou art the key to all wisdom. Within thee is all time and space. Live not in bondage to darkness. Free thou thy light form from night. Great light that fills all the cosmos, flow thou fully to man. Make of his body a light torch that shall never be quenched among men. Long in the past sought I wisdom, knowledge not known to man. Far to the past I traveled into the space where time began. Sought I ever new knowledge to add to the wisdom I knew. Yet only I found did the future hold the key to the wisdom I thought. Down to the holes of Amente I journeyed, the greater knowledge to seek. Ask of thee, lords of the cycles, the way to the wisdom I sought. Ask the lords this question, where is the source of all? Answered in tones that were mighty, the voice of the Lord of the Nine, free thou thy soul from thy body, and come forth with me to the light. Forth I came from my body, a glittering flame in the night. Stood I before the Lord, bathed in the fire of light. Seized was I then by a force, great beyond knowledge of man. Cast was I to the abyss through spaces unknown to man. Saw I the moldings of order from the chaos and angles of night. Saw I the light spring from order, and heard the voice of the light. Saw I the flame of the abyss, casting forth order and light. Saw order spring out of chaos. Saw light giving forth life. Then I heard the voice. Hear thou and understand. The flame is the source of all things, containing all things in potentiality. The world that sent forth light is the Word, and from the Word come life and the existence of all. And again spoke the voice, saying, the life in thee is the Word. Find thou the life within thee, and have the powers to use of the Word. Long I watched the light flame pouring forth from the essence of fire, realizing that life but order, and that man is one with the fire. Back I came to my body, stood again with the Nine, listened to the voice of the cycles, vibrate with powers they spoke. Know ye, O Thoth, that life is but the word of the fire. The life forth ye seek